Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Libra for the month of July 2019. Welcome Libra, how are you going? We're out of your fellow air sign of Gemini, now we're plunging into the waters. The still or the rushing waters of Cancer. Very emotional time can be, or it can invoke emotional responses. So just keep that in mind. Keep your balance. Energy around is the King of Wands. Wow, that's fantastic for you guys, Libra. It's some particular subscribers of mine really sort of get it going so well, hell for leather with their creative pursuits. Well, he's your guy. He's sort of very much reaching for the stars in terms of his creative pursuits. He gets things done. He's a doer. He's active. A person that just, it moves through very quickly. Once he starts, he finishes strongly as well. If he's a guy in your life or an energy around some sort of person in your life, husband, whichever he is, he moves fast, and I call him the travelling king. So he moves around a lot too, but while he moves, he sort of gets all sorts of creativity and action happening, and that's his mojo, really. Okay, this is where you are right now, Libra. Ace of Swords, so very much new beginnings after maybe difficult times. Perhaps, I know May, June did stir up a lot of trouble for a lot of people in terms of just situations, global as well. It's quite windy in this time of Gemini, but now having that acuity, your mind is sort of very focused and strong, so move forward with this. Ace of Swords. Use the sword to cut through anything that you sort of, it's a bit like sort of, culling. Use the sword to cull what you don't want and what's not necessary, because you'll have that very sharp focus this month, Libra. That has been brought on by the Nine of Wands, so keep going with Wands. You're almost there. You've almost completed a very sort of interesting creative project that really has taken up a lot of your time, but you've learnt so much from it, and so you might be running out of a bit of gas by now, Libra, but that's all right. You will make the finish line. You will cross, and it's great too. It's sort of a really nice creative process, to just about wound up, but feeling quite pleased with it, and especially coupled with this Ace of Swords as well. But that Nine of Wands is going to affect all the others too, because it's in the position of the crossing card. So remember that too. So just remember you're on that home stretch. Okay, the background situation. So the May, June, the Lovers, decision-making time, very much. The Lovers belongs to the sign of Gemini, interestingly enough. So the weighty decision, do I do this, do I do that? It's about, it's about really sort of giving focus to both sides of something. People maybe can be a romantic. Are you deciding between one and the other? Are you deciding to stay, want to go? It's all those sort of things. It's that balance as well with the Six. It's the theme of the Six is balance with people, relationships as well particularly. But then again, that weighty decision, what do I want? Where am I going? Am I going left or am I going right? So that's sort of been hanging in the air, I guess, for a while, but it's good. It sort of makes us really sort of give considerable thought to what we're actually doing and the consequences thereafter. Major card to Libra. Recent influences, the Ten of Swords. So the end is near of a difficult situation. Whatever that means, often it can be loss, it can be familial, it can be those family sort of, I call it the card of the family curse. It can be those sort of things where every now and again it's sort of, you go through a cycle of air sign, of, you know, which can really sort of ruffle feathers, especially in the family sort of unit, extended or whoever and whatever. But it's coming to an end because you've actually dealt with it with the Lovers. You've actually said, okay, look, you know, this is what's going to happen. So you kind of get it out of the way. It's like it being in jail too. So it's the end of that period of being entrapped by something or feeling that something's just sort of got you in a prison. And you think, oh, when am I getting out? But there it's coming, you're getting out of there too because you've dealt with it properly and, you know, appropriately there, Libra. The lesson you'll be learning in July. Page of Wands, so good news is on the way. So this is what we all want to hear, especially if we're waiting on something. We're waiting for news. We're waiting for a particular piece of news that's going to be beneficial for our future or whatever we've been working on. And you've got wands around. So it's like, yeah, okay, there is good news on the way. So keep going. Keep putting the effort in. Keep moving forward because that there can be nothing but good news on the way, especially when you're putting a lot of effort in there, Libra, and you know that. Effort in, reward back. No effort, no reward. Simple, very simple. So there you go, Page of Wands, waiting for that amazing news that is on its way. Near future. Page of Cups. So emotional page 2. So we've got 2 pages now. So new beginnings. This is emotional new beginnings too. It can be a news of a conception of a child. It can be a new connection with somebody that just doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. It can be just a connection with people, that like-minded people that you just can get things done and things just click rather than clunk. But you have to grow it, you have to nurture it, you have to look after it. But definitely a spark coming through in the 1st to 2nd week of Cancer and July. Oh dear. Gemini, I think, oh no. Sorry, one of the cards dropped on the floor. Okay, so the cards of what you're not realising that's going to happen in July, it's just been picked up from the floor. It's the Ace of Cups. Fabulous upon fabulous. So we were talking here about that really great new emotional connection, and this Ace of Cups just sort of really backs that up big time because it is that sort of new emotional connection, whether it be a person or whether it be a situation or a dream that you've harbored. That is it coming in and sort of really starting to roll and go well. There doesn't seem to be obstacle at all with this Ace of Cups. Also too, you know, very much birth, all those sorts of new births of all different kinds. So keep that in mind, all of you Librans. But you mightn't know about this yet, but yeah, but it's a great card to have, especially, you know, when you're not expecting, because when you don't expect, you get surprises. When you do expect and it doesn't come through, we get disappointed, don't we? How others see you in July? Yeah, that successful wrapping up of a situation in the world. So it's coming to its end, this situation, but it's been done. You've negotiated it well. This card also, the world represents the planet Saturn. And the planet Saturn comes in, it's the restrictive planet. So often we curse it when we have Saturn in our chart. Because you feel restricted, everything you try just seems to be knocked back or doesn't work. But the good thing about this, with this card and the world with Saturn, is the restriction period is over. So there's free-flowing energy for one and all here. So, but this is how other people are seeing you too. And they haven't seen the blood, sweat and tears, but that's all right. They don't need to say that. See that this is your journey, Libra. Well done. New cycle will come through too. We start again at 0 after card 21. The positive things and feelings you're having this month is the Knight of Swords. So messengers coming in once again from this messenger card. Things changing direction very quickly. Moving forward, creativity, a bit like the Father card of the, you know, the Knight, the King of Wands we had as your energy. So yeah, perseverance, just keep persevering. Things doing that sort of about turn. You know, sometimes we can think, oh, I haven't heard from them. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I'm sure it's all bad, and it's not. And then, but you're feeling positive about this news coming in with this Knight of Wands, Fire, Knight 2, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, that sort of person comes in with a screech of brakes, possibly doing a wheelie. You know, a young man in a hurry, but bringing good news for you. The outcome for July. And then we have the moon coming in right at the end. So things to be revealed. So don't panic if you sort of things feel a bit sort of foggy at the end of this time. Nearing the end of the month, don't panic, don't panic. This is the side, this moon belongs to Cancer. So as I said earlier, there's a lot of emotional stuff going on. A lot of it may be hidden. So, you know, whilst you're busy kicking goals and doing really well, there's this situation coming up too at the end where you really have to be intuitive about it, Libra. Don't sort of go into your Libran mind. You've got to go deep within the soul to get the sort of what you feel about a situation. If there is some sense of deception or secretive stuff going on, you're probably right. But just leave it because it's going to sort of reveal itself all in good time. I usually say one lunar month and, you know, from full moon to full moon, and you'll see what's been going on. But just don't get put off by the moon at the end there, because all will be revealed all in good time. And use your intuition is the best sort of plan of attack when the moon's around. I'm just going to pop a explanatory card on that Ten of Swords for you. I won't put one on the moon because it has been documented that you shouldn't do that when the moon appears, because it won't let you know the answer. And I've tried before and it's very true. So that's the only one I'm going to really clarify for you, because it's the only card that sort of has a bit of a shady kind of, you know, freaky energy about it. The Ten of Swords, end of a family curse type of thing. And we have the Scorpio card underneath it. So there's that transformation. So you've really gone the full circle there, Libra, with Scorpio coming through here underneath that Ten of Swords. So transformation, Scorpio, has really been beneficial. So full cycle completed. It's like a baptism. Most people say baptism of fire, but when we've got Scorpio around, it's baptism of water because it's a water sign. So just keep that in mind as well, even if you have to review during the month because you think, oh my God, I don't like this time. Just review and re-listen. Okay, now we will do complimentary card or a guidance card with the Buddha reading cards, just to see what card comes through for you for your July reading, Libra. Karma. So karma, the more you practice karma, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the master of your own destiny. In its simplest form, karma implies cause and effect. Karma can give you the courage to look deeper into your past actions and take full responsibility for life as it is unfolding, knowing that you have planted the karmic seeds in the past Flowers or weeds, fortunate or unfortunate, they are all there with you. So there you go. And it's a contemplation card too, Libra. So just remember that karmic events are really interesting. And we all know deep within if we planted weeds or flowers. And if we don't, we soon find out. So it's about taking responsibility and learning anyway. So thanks so much for listening. Have a great July.